BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 176, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86 here again. Yes, it's that time again, guys. It's the Sunday review. And the film I chose to review today is actually a film that I haven't seen since I was like 8 or 7. And when it used to air on like old school IFC, like horror fests, where they used to show a lot of the older classic horror films from back in the day, when they were more of like a movie channel where they didn't have commercials and they didn't have like TV shows also on that channel back then. So yeah, I just got this in the mail this week, so I was like, why not? I haven't seen this film in years, so I wanted to revisit it. And of course, it's directed by legendary director Roger Corman and stars legendary actor Vincent Price. And it goes by the title of The Fall of the House of Usher. Yes. Very interesting release from Arrow. What they did with this is they used like the gatefold poster art. So what they decided to do is instead of like having like some of the artwork, they represent the entire like artwork piece with scaling it out and having like it out so you could actually see like the detail and what this artwork looked like back in the day, which I did like. It is kind of like an odd release for a steelbook, but because you have to hold it diagonally so you get the whole gist of it. But it's a beautiful artwork piece from like back in the late days of the 60s. So it was really cool that they did that. Of course, this film is based off the short story by Edgar Allan Poe, like a lot of like Corman / Price productions were. And this one has a very interesting premise. Our main plot of this one is we're introduced to our kind of main character of the film, Philip, played by Mark Damon. Of course, he actually ends up trying to go to like this castle to find his fiance when she went to go back to the family house for a few, and he hasn't heard from her, so he wants to go try to find her and bring her back to Boston with him to get married. And when he gets to the castle, he's introduced to her brother, Roger Usher, who's played by Vincent Price. He's a very mysterious man because there's a lot of mysterious things with his character. And pretty much what Roderick tells Philip in the castle is he can't bring Madeline home with him because they have like this tainted like bloodline and they're doomed to be killed. That is pretty much what the thing that Roderick says to him. And a lot of strange occurrences happen because Philip decides to stay the night. And a lot of very strange things start happening. Like we see like things start moving on their own, like a chandelier falls and Philip is walking underneath it. And it's pretty much, he's trying to find out the mystery of what's going on with this Usher clan before it's too late and it also consumes him. That is pretty much the main plot of the film. Now, my thoughts on it. Very elegant and atmospheric opening for a film, I have to say. I remember like watching a few of these Corman / Price productions over the years, and they have a lot of great atmosphere to them, and this one's no exception. It has like this chilling, like kind of like the way I describe it is kind of like Mario Bava-esque feel to its beginning, with very foggy atmosphere as Philip and Mark Damon is journeying to the house. And another thing that's really cool about this film is there's not really a lot of characters. It's kind of like a play in ways because we only follow like mainly like 4 characters in this film, excluding some other things, but that's kind of a spoilerish thing that I'm going into with that, but I won't spoil it for you. Pretty much it's just Roderick, Vincent Price, Philip, Mark Damon, Madeline, and the Usher butler, who are our main characters throughout this film because it all takes place in this one like contained setting. And I like that about that because it's not like a really like heavy like out there like out of the world film where like a lot of people are involved. It's like this contained, like atmospheric mystery film, and it has a lot of cool like acting. Vincent Price is, when he's first introduced in this film, is a very iconic scene where we introduce him. He has like that glowing white hair in the film, and he does a terrific job acting off of Mark Damon, and they do both like act off each other because it's actually ironic because Mark Damon went on to star in like a lot of Italian films, and he's really good in this. He does a really good job like acting off of Vincent Price, their characters, and he's trying to figure out the mystery, and a lot of like weirdness. And there's a few scenes where I could do without like some kind of like lovey-dovey stuff, but I see why they're in there to have like Philip just get to the gist of like why this is going on and what's happening with Madeline. So I can see why they're in there, but it's the only like little main issue I have with the film. The effects for like this time period are very well done. It has like a lot of like cool lighting and camera angles, and the music is very haunting. There's a lot of like haunting music in this film that I just noticed. That I actually don't remember from like when I was a kid while I'm watching this film. It was a really cool thing to hear, like this chilling like music during like the chilling scenes when they're supposed to be, and it's a really good score, I have to say. Very interesting story and plot to this one. It goes by smoothly, even though of course this film only has 4 characters, so it's kind of like a slow burn film in a way, but being only an hour and 20 minutes, it works for its benefit because the film isn't too long. So if I had to rate The Fall of the House of Usher, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. It does have a few like issues with like the lovey-dovey stuff in it, but it's a very well-made like film from Roger Corman from back in the day, and it has some terrific performances. So if you haven't checked it out yet, I'd say check it out. Of course, this Arrow UK edition is region locked. I know this was released on one of the Scream Factory Vincent Price sets. I'm not sure which one. I think it was the first one, which is kind of a shame because that set went out of print. So if you haven't picked that one up, it kind of sucks because it's a very hard to find set now, and it goes for ridiculous money. So hopefully this film does get a re-release in Region 1 for the Region 1 peeps. But if you have a region free player or like are from like a different region, the Arrow release looks terrific. The transfer on it's fucking dynamite, and it has some cool special features, especially like interview with Joe Dante, commentary to Roger Corman, a few like documentaries on Vincent Price and like certain other aspects of this film. So yeah, this is a very cool film to recommend. I recommend it 8 out of 10. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll be back next week with another one. Don't know what I'm doing yet, but hopefully it's a cool one. So I'll see you then guys. Peace out.